welcome to Moonlight Madness, and today we're doing the readings for... I want to start off with Earth today. Sun, Moon and Rising. And the deck I'm using is by Doreen Virtue and Radley Valentine, called the Tarot Cards Fairy Deck. Nine of Wands. First card. This is 5-card spread, and I'm doing it from a book that has different spreads in it, because that's why I like it. It's got different types of tarot spreads, so you don't have to have them all under the same type of spread. It's called The Tarot Card Companion by Victoria Maxwell. Fire 3, and I've lost the card page. Advice, here it is: action potential and outcome spread. So the current situation is the blocks or challenges is the 9 of Wands. So in the next 9 days there'll be challenges. And it's like the Wounded Warrior, pretty much. It talks about the battle. You've come through a very long battle. Maybe you've come through a very hard time in your life, where you don't have the energy to go on, but you've got a bandage around your head, and it's like you just got to keep going, is what it says. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 3 out of there. So, current situation, and this is possibly to do with the war, because we're in the middle of a war, so makes sense why it's Wounded Warriors. There's resilience, staying the course, weariness, seeing things through, responsibility, discipline, dedication, persistence, strength, fighting the good fight, determination. Sagittarius, it's fire. Yeah. They're exhausted and they're injured, but there is no indication at all that they're going to give up. If you've been feeling weary, or as though you've been working through very hard for a long time to manifest or create something that is yet to come to fruition, keep holding strong. Discipline and responsibility are needed now. There may be things that need your attention that you'd really rather walk away from, but it's important that you show up, stay true to your word, and do what you need to do. Something may need finishing: work or creative projects, study, online courses or books you haven't finished. There is magic in seeing things through and getting things done. How can I stand strong in the situation? What support do I need to make it through this final push? I am rewarded when I stay the course. I see things through. Do something you've said you would do but haven't yet gotten around to doing it. Yeah, procrastination is key here. Blocks or challenges is a king of winter. And that's representing Aries. Sorry, that represents air signs with a Libra, Aquarius, or a Gemini. King of Swords. Aquarius, fire, air, Saturn. It's the Aquarian card. The King of Swords is illogical, analytical, and intellectual. They focus on facts and figures when making decisions, and can also help others see their choices more clearly. Mind over matter, but people have strong integrity and morals and always aim to do what's right. In their shadow aspect, they can be overly critical of themselves or others, and have high expectations of themselves and others, and can struggle to see things from a different perspective. They have a strong desire to always be right and may be prone to anxiety. Look at a situation logically, analyse the pros and cons, weigh things up, and make sure you have scrutinised all the information before you make a step forward. Develop your mastery over your mind, meditate and work on releasing and rewriting negative thought patterns. Use the power of the mind to create new pathways. Move forward with integrity and everything else will fall into place. What is the logical thing to do here? Is my current mindset hindering or helping? I am the master of my mind. I have strong integrity. Close your eyes and meditate on your breath work. So it's talking about doing something like yoga or running or weights. 5 of Swords. Again, Aquarian energy around you. So that's the blockage. The advice is to go to the gym and work out all that energy and all that anxiety out with weights and things like that, and running. It'll help with power struggles, frustration, and inner ability, and fights and things like that. It says, look at where you're in conflict with yourself, which is often where your biggest challenges is and opportunities for growth and change. When dealing with conflict with others, you may need to step up and be the bigger person. Get organised and stop wasting time on anything that's going nowhere. Make sure you're not pushing your agenda on others or letting others force theirs on you. Where am I in conflict with others? Where am I in conflict with myself? All of my relationships are harmonious. I listen to others, I'm heard by others. Organise your sock, cutlery or desk drawer. Yeah, I find that strategy works well. If you can get your house in order, it's like cleaning the cobwebs of your mind. That's how I look at it. So it's saying labradorite, which I've got a labradorite earring, but I don't have it here. But labradorite's kind of a magical, they call it angels, clairvoyance. If you want to hear, clairaudience, hearing things, clairvoyance is seeing things, clairaudience is hearing the spirit world, then you wear labradorite. So that's in the next 5 days. You are overly ambitious people. So you may be just too hard on yourself. Overthinking it. Action. 2 of Cups. There we go. Venus, this is Libran cards. So you've got a Libran around you, most definitely. They may have Aquarius in their chart, in their natal chart. And it's talking about being open to new love, friendships, relationships. Reach out to those you'd like to have a stronger connection with and be open to others when they reach out to you. Support others and let others support you. You do not have to do things on your own. Let people help and support you. Be open to kindred spirits coming into your life. This is a very positive card for your new love and first dates. Who are you being called to reach out to? How or where you may find kindred spirits. My relationships are fulfilling. I attract kindred spirits into my life. Send a text or a voice note to someone you would like a deeper connection with. And then you've got renewal, which is 20 in this deck. This tarot deck is 20, which is, I think, judgment. Yeah, it's a fire energy, a redemption, a higher purpose. It's talking about a time of great spiritual awakening or deeper spiritual realization. These experiences are not always easy to navigate, and you have a feeling of loss or grief for the old ways of being as you move into higher consciousness and deeper spiritual awareness. This is a time of starting over, of second chances and redemption. If you have made some bad decisions and are holding on to any guilt or shame, you've been asked to let that go now, so you can free to live with more ease and freedom. Watch how you judge yourself or others. Reflect on how you are living your life, and if you can, try to do better. If you need to make amends, do so. Don't hold on to resentment, pain, or blame towards others or yourself. Make things right where you can, or learn to let them go. It's time to let go of old ways of being and becoming new. What guilt, blame, or shame am I ready to let go of? How do I judge myself or others unfairly? I'm awake and aware. I'm liberated from old ways of being that no longer serve me. Write down the ways in which you judge yourself, burn the paper and forgive yourself. So it's grief. If you've recently gone through a period of grief, it's saying that this is going to take time. It's not an easy, quick fix. But yeah, work on the relationships with people that you struggle with, which is an Aquarian or a Libran, and just let them know that you're there for them, because usually it's a small misunderstanding. And if you keep picking at it and ruminating over it, it's not going to get any better. You just have to reach out and say, I miss you, or I'm sorry, we don't always see eye to eye. So I would be putting, some of you may have trouble speaking about how you feel. There's a blockage in the throat chakra. I've got rose quartz. That's for love. So you have to speak with love, not with fear. That's a good reading. And then I've got the Rebecca Campbell, Work Your Light. It's an oracle deck I got given to me. Oh, it just came straight out. When I was doing a course for domestic violence, we're in a house I lived at, and we had to learn how to set boundaries, and it really worked for me. Align your life. Someone's chakras may be out of balance, so that's interesting. I'm going to pull 3. I think there's a story here that is unfolding. So it's saying here, don't dim your light to fit in. How are you dimming your light in order to fit in? $42. Yeah. How are you dimming your light in order to fit in? Don't dim your lights to accommodate someone else's smallness. We are all born to shine big and bright. The universe is expanding and you are part of the universe. So expanding is part of your nature. If someone makes you feel small or wanting to retract, notice and slowly back away. They are not for you and you are not for them. Better yet, find it within yourself to expand and shine your light anyway. Flowers don't open and close according to who is walking by. They open and show their beauty regardless. If others don't want to be around you or you make them uncomfortable, it's because you are shining light on the fact that they are dimming to fitting. By choosing to shine bright, you may just inspire them to turn on their light too, or not. Keep your light on anyway. All relationships are essentially an energetic agreement. The moment one person decides to start rising up and allowing their light to shine, it changes the energetic agreement and can create some waves. That's completely normal. The relationships that are meant to last will adapt to the change in energy. Others won't, because they were likely born under the proviso of, I love you as long as you don't shine brighter than me. That's okay. Not all people are meant to be in your life forever, but the lessons they teach us can still live on. And then you've got Warrior Woman, which kind of matches up to the King of Swords. You may be doing a reading for someone that's got Taurus in their chart, because this is a general reading for Earth signs, Sun, Moon, and Rising. I'm doing, but you may be an Aquarius and have a Gemini in your placement in your natal chart, but also have a Taurus Moon. So this is also can be read for you, and it's got you're the male or female. See which way it fits, but you may be dealing with a feminine, and you may be the male. My son and I both got Aquarius in our charts, so we've got both have the Aquarius in our chart, and he's the Libran. Warrior Woman. So we tend to pull our swords quite often. We like to debate. That's just in his nature, being a Libran. Have you answered your deepest calling? You are here for a reason. You've been called to bravely face a path. Have you answered your highest and deepest calling? Living a heart and soul-led life is not all fluffy and smooth sailing. Living a heart and soul-led life requires courage to triumph over fear. So often our fears are the gatekeepers to our greatest gifts, and the more resistance we have towards answering the call, the more important it is to our soul's growth. Sometimes fear is an indication that we are facing the right way. Joan of Arc was known for her courage and her famous line, "I'm not afraid, I was born to do this." But the thing about courage is that it is not impossible without fear. So if you are feeling afraid, what is needed is courage. And courage comes from living from the heart. Think of your fears as opportunities to expand rather than things that are holding you hostage. If you look at the fears in the light, then as uncomfortable as it might feel, it's actually a sign that you are on the right track. Work your light inquiry. Have you answered your deepest calling? Then you have a line to your life. Something may be out of alignment. Boundaries crumbling. 34. It's on the other page. So that is because they've got different meanings. That's the inquiry. How to align your life by being courageous and not dimming your light to fit in. 34. Yes. So we are cyclic beings in a constant state of change, of evolution, of growth. Change is one of the only certainties of life. When you resist your cyclic nature, you resist life and feel stuck. Many of us have learned to be who the world wants us to be, but there are times when it is harder to hold onto this facade than it is to embrace who we truly are. To surrender to how we have changed and align life to that way of being. If you pulled this card, you are being called to let go of who you once were, or the things that you once defined yourself by, the job, the relationship, and the mask you wore. To embrace who you truly are now. To courageously step into the person that you came here to be in full authenticity, which makes sense about the warrior woman. To embrace the change with courage and your weirdness and your uniqueness. Perhaps you have outgrown some relationships or circumstances, and it is time to reassess and bring all the parts of your life into alignment so that they are congruent with who you truly are. So some things have to change in order for them to grow. So that's a very good reading for Earth signs, Sun, Moon and Rising.